Hello and welcome to WJTS in.form. Next week is the Huntingburg Stroll. It kind of is a kickoff to the Christmas season in DuBois County. It's a big event, and something that's been added as part of this event is another Will Read or Sing for Food. And joining me in the studio is Scott Saalman, also Kathy Tretter. Scott is the originator, the creator, the developer, the producer, the director, the actor, it plays a part in it of the Will Read and Sing for Food. And Kathy Tretter is with the Ferta News, but also you are a performer?
I am not a performer.
Oh, okay.
No, sorry.
You're a supporter.
I'm a supporter and a big believer in the cause. Okay. And I'm very involved with the Huntingburg Merchants. And that's who puts on the Huntingburg Christmas Stroll. So that's sort of my involvement. And already last year, we decided we wanted to do something where we give back to the community. And we could think of no better way than doing so with a Will Read and Sing for Food event because it's just such a wonderful way. You can be so entertained, and at the same time, you can benefit through your contribution of either food or a monetary donation. And the beneficiary, the beneficiary is Shared Abundance, which is on Geiger, on the south side of Geiger between Main and south side of 4th between Main and Geiger in Huntingburg. And it's like a Goodwill or a Salvation Army. It's run by Rich Welp primarily. However, what it is the Huntingburg Ministerial Association. All the churches in Huntingburg have gone together and support this. And it's a way to help people in the community in need.
Okay, so it's a food bank.
It's a food bank. It's clothing. You can get clothing. You can get other items. People donate to it, much the same way you would to St. Vincent's or to Salvation Army or Goodwill. And it's really been a boon for Huntingburg people that are in need or anybody in the area. Okay,
now, Scott, let's get the Will Read or Sing for Food is a neat concept. You don't charge an admission. You just ask for a free will donation or canned food.
Right.
Let's talk about this coming up show. You just reached a milestone of making a certain amount of money.
We're 2 years now.
We'll have a little music version coming up later on in the program. It won't be Kathy's phone. It'll be some actual live entertainment in the studio. It's quite all right. It just makes it. This is kind of like the Will Read or Sing for Food. It's really all kind of impromptu.
That's right.
Who knows what's going to happen, right?
We actually planned that to look impromptu. Wasn't that funny, everybody?
Well, Scott, if you would, let's go about. You just reached a milestone to where you've made a certain amount of money. That was a goal.
Yes, this is we're kicking off our 3rd season, so we've done two years now, and we've surpassed $15,000 in various good things in the community, thanks to the kindness of our audience who donates money, and that's not counting the canned goods for food banks and so forth, but just the money that's contributed. So that's exciting.
That is really, hats off to you and your crew that do that, because this is. It's organized, but it's really just kind of like playing basketball. It's a pickup game. You guys just all get together and say, we're going to do this every so often.
Right. Yeah, we plan it out a bit, but, got great talent behind me. Got a great guest star. Michael Cummings is going to be with us and on this next show on the Sisters of 2nd Avenue. The quartet, 4 sisters from Jasper, have these amazing harmonies, and so having those, along with Michael, it's going to be exciting. Every show's kind of different, and same format and so forth, but different pieces, and so it'll be a good show.
When people see it for the first time, they're amazed. They cannot believe what a neat show it is and how entertained they are. I've heard that again and again. Oh, is it really fun? Well, then they go and have a magnificent time.
Yeah, and they come a second time. It's like, why did we come to this again? Not really. No. Actually, it's equally rewarding the second time. But you're right. It's hard to explain what the show really is, but it's really kind of think comedy along with live music. Most of the music is original pieces by Marc Stezyck and Buddy Hart and Chris Lasher and Ed Waston's along with us, and Abby Rumbach is a very funny writer, and I do some readings, and
you're a very funny writer as well.
Well, thanks. But we have a few core members, and then we bring in guests, and And I'm sure I left somebody off just a minute ago, and I'm going to hate
You
myself.
always do whenever you start listing. Well, Scott, let's talk about the show next Thursday, which is November 7th.
Correct.
When, where, how should people pay? They bring a check, cash, what?
What's 7 o'clock? You can fill in there if you want.
It's at the Old Town Hall in Huntingburg, which is on Geiger Street, right around the corner from 4th. It's a historic old building, and it is haunted, which is kind of cool this time of year to mention.
What?
Yeah.
Yes. But they Ghost seems to love music and entertainment, and
They just don't like readings. Well, that's good.
Yes, things will be spewing out of my mouth unplanned.
And just as always, a canned good, a cash donation. You can write a check to Shared Abundance, whatever you would like to do. It's what you can afford and what you feel comfortable doing. And if you just really can't afford anything, you're still welcome, because we want people to come and enjoy.
And it's a casual event?
Yes.
Jeans or I
Sure.
guess if you
Yeah.
want to dress up, you can as well.
Stezyck always wears flip-flops and short pants and
Okay.
Hawaiians, so we couldn't expect less of our audience.
And you're going to have a lot of different types of performance. You have people singing, but you also have people doing readings,
Right.
poetry, stories.
No, it's just the criteria is just humor essays that are based on true events. Nothing. There's no fiction or poetry, or it's just real everyday life type things. And Abby covers the demographic of the young 30-somethings and their new children, and very funny. She's on the Huffington Post every now and then with her pieces too, so that's cool. And maybe I pick up a little bit after her, but I still have some kids stuff. My kids are still growing too, but it's designed to be. In this case, the show, it'll be all funny stuff. Ed Waston will do a piece on his Vietnam experiences, which is not funny, but it's we try to include more poignant things too as well. But so.
Is the show about an hour long, hour and a half, 2 hours?
We'll say 90 minutes.
Okay.
He'll say it, but he may not achieve it. It may go a little
It's
beyond.
90 minutes.
But-
Because it's impromptu.
It is, but I
That's what-
want to say to people, you'll find yourself laughing so hard, you're falling off your chair 1 minute, and then a little while later, it might maybe a tear or two for some of the Vietnam stuff.
And these are local folks.
Local talent,
Right.
wonderful local
Right.
talent.
Oh yeah, amazing.
Who give of
backing
their
me
time
up.
generously for this cause. I think that needs to be mentioned.
Yes, yeah.
They're not paid at all.
Yeah.
And they're all talented performers.
Yeah, we try to do maybe a rehearsal ahead of time if everybody can fit in, but mainly it's all voluntary, and that's what's nice. I mean, the people doing this are here. I mean, they like to entertain and they like to have an audience, and we have pretty decent audiences, and but it's their way of giving back and making me look good, and yeah.
All right, well, let's have a little
You're so
sample.
talented.
We're going to have a little sample of some of the entertainment that you will see next Thursday, November 7th, at the Will Read or Sing for Food. This is Marc Stezyck and Mike Cummings here on WJTS in.form, performing maybe a song that they'll be performing next week. Who knows?
Well, thanks a lot for having us, and we are looking forward to performing next Thursday, I believe, November 7th, at Huntingburg's Old Town Hall for Shared Abundance. And this is a song called 75 TR6 that I kind of wrote, and Mike really kind of makes it. So this is my good friend Mike Cummings. Well, it's Saturday morning and people, I'm feeling fine. I got my engine cranked up and it's a running, baby, right on time. I'ma kick the tires and check the brakes. I gotta holler for my baby cause she's always running late. As soon as she's ready, we'll roll on down the line. I said, oh, can't you see me coming down the drive? I said, oh, am I 75 TR6? Where the sun is shining and mama, all top is down. We're just a breathe in the air and we take a good look around. Well, I'm seeing blue skies and green fields. I gotta pinch myself to prove that this is real. With our yellow machine, we will roll on down the line. I said, oh, can't you see me
me coming down to drive. I said, oh, in my 75 TR6. I said, oh, can't you see me coming down to drive? I said, oh, in my 75 TR6. Well, I'm headed east on Interstate 64. I got the pedal pushed down and she's a-running like never before. Well, the sun is going down, the moon is on the rise. I'm trying to make it back to town to see my baby's eyes. Pushing as hard as I can before the sun goes down. I said, oh, can't you see me coming down to drive? I said, oh, in my 75 TR6.
That was terrific, and you're going to see more of that this, not this Thursday, but next Thursday, November 7th. Let's talk about, once again, the Will Read or Sing for Food coming up next week.
Benefiting Shared Abundance at the Huntingburg Old Town Hall, which is on Geiger Street, just around the corner from 4th Street. There's plenty of parking either on 4th Street or behind it, and starting at 7 p.m. Everybody welcome. Bring your can of peas, or a check would be nice too, or some cash.
Yes, Thursday. By the way, pan up closer. Michael has a pimple on his forehead. We want to get that.
Yeah.
All right.
This is next week, and it really kicks off the Huntingburg Christmas stroll.
It certainly does. That's the first night of the stroll, and it's really guaranteed, or for local people to very much enjoy. But we guarantee you a good time.
Well, we thank you for watching. We want to thank our guests, Scott Saalman, Kathy Tretter, also Mike Cummings, and Marc Stezyck, who they performed here earlier on WJTS in.form. We are local people watching local people.